Hitching rides to downtown Cleveland trying to go to Indians games and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's why it's really weird that I don't know anything.
It seems like you would have been
And something else I was stoked on, the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I thought. Yeah.
So this is a big plus for Cleveland.
Oh, it's something that, they predicted 70% chance of showers today, and I think this is a prime example of what United Way is trying to do in terms of saying, it's Cleveland, it's your time. It's time to say yes, it's time to say it is a happening city. We are on the move. It's no longer the butt of jokes or anything. I've been in this city now for 6 months, and I absolutely love it. My wife and I have even talked about moving here, and our friends in LA think we're nuts. But it is a wonderful place. If I had money to invest, this is where I'd be invested.
Okay, yeah, good thing.
Yeah, good call, bud.
So that is what I really distinctly remember from growing up in Cleveland. It was this mentality of
we're on the up.
Always on the up, always just, hey, we're not that city that, we're not the mistake on the lake. We're not the city that the river caught on fire. We're not the, we're no longer, that's why even Drew Carey, when he did his big speech, when the Browns came up, we're no longer the butt of any joke. Yeah, that new Browns team was really going to turn things around for the image of the city. Like that, like my whole life growing up, it was just hey, we're not as bad as you think. We have the Terminal Tower, our tallest building in downtown Cleveland. Used to be the tallest building in the United States before the Empire State Building. Like back in 1920, just all these things of we're not that. It was just that was the whole mentality, and it seems to come out in some of this audio as well. So here we go. We're about to release 1.5 million balloons.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here they go. Liftoff.
Amazing. And the far end is up, and there they go, John.
The Guinness Book of World Records has just been broken in Cleveland. Over 1,500,000 balloons going up in the air at this very, very moment. Look at the crowd below. We did it!
We did it, John. There it goes. It's completely covering the Terminal Tower. Look at that.
I want to sing up and away. It is awesome, ladies and gentlemen, to actually be down here and see the multicolors that are going up in the air at this moment.
So that voice, it sounds like John Rinaldi, who is Little John. And they had was it their Saturday afternoon or the Friday night? One of those, they had a wacky, Big Chuck and Little John was the wacky show where they would do clips and funny bits between in commercial breaks of a really bad movie.
Sure.
Like it feels like every city has that.
They did.
I
don't know if they do now, but yeah, for sure.
And I aspired to do that.
We ran Air Force One yesterday.
One day. Well, not even just that, but did some videos.
But that sort of thing, like cable accessy.
Yeah.
Feeling type thing. Yeah.
And Little John was, I don't know if you would classify him as a dwarf.
Oh.
But he was pretty little.
A little person.
Take a look at any Big Chuck and Little John pictures. But he may have been just tall enough to not be that. But he was.
And the contrast with Big Chuck.
And Chuck, probably 6'2", but are you looking at Big Chuck and Little John?
Why does he have to have a mustache like that?
He's pretty little, isn't he?
Yeah.
But he doesn't seem to be... to
Effective.
have dwarfism.
Yeah.
Where there would be some other features that might be, yeah.
Is Big John exceptionally tall?
No, I mean, I think like Dan was saying, he's just he's a regular front court player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we're very excited that these balloons have just been released.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is no mistake on the lake anymore. Cleveland has now broken the Guinness Book of World Records and released over 1,500,000 balloons.
This has erased all the...
Think of that, Chuck. The Guinness Book of World Records, the Cleveland home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. All of this in Cleveland,
Trying to
Ohio.
think. What do we have here?
What else?
How many events can we take over in 1980?
Well, we got the Hall of Fame. That's good. Yeah, because that was a big deal when Cleveland got that. Like, we're no longer the...
What year was that?
But then they would when they did the Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
clearly somewhere in the 80s. I thought it might have been after that. But
I was thinking way before that.
it was I don't think no. I don't remember that from a little kid. I remember it opening. And I do remember how excited everybody was and then kind of how bummed out, but we never talked about it. That because the Hall of Fame's here now. This is great.
Okay.
But do you know when they have the induction ceremony? Do you know where that is?
Not there.
That's in New York City.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't they have the induction ceremony there? Because
Yeah.
no one wants to go to Cleveland.
Yeah. That's tough.
And again, he's doing that mentality too. No more mistake on the lake. So, might you think, like, if you were going to do the balloon launch here, it'd be one thing. But what if you were going to do it right next to Lake Erie? Do you think that'd be good or bad for the environment? Like a bunch of plastic,
Rubber,
whatever, in the lake.
Great for
Okay.
photos, though.
Great for photos. So it also caused an unforeseen problem. Where there was actually a problem on the lake with some boaters, and they couldn't find them. Well, here's the news report.
It's been an exhausting search for these Coast Guardsmen. They've been out on the water most of the day looking for two 40-year-old Cleveland men, Skip Sullivan and Raymond Broderick. They went out fishing about an hour before last night's heavy storm blew through. This is their boat, a pair of life jackets still in it, along with a hat and a fishing pole. The boat's motor is gone. Its sides are battered, apparently from pounding all night against this section of the breakwall off Edgewater Park. That's where the Coast Guard found the boat about 8:30 this morning. Ironically, that big balloon launch in Cleveland today is one of the things that's making this search so tough for the Coast Guard. Can you imagine trying to find somebody floating out here or even spotting a life jacket with all these balloons on the water?
It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack here, because you're looking for more or less a head or an orange life jacket. And here you have a couple 100,000 orange balloons, and it's just hard to decipher which is which.
the most Cleveland thing of all time.
So we couldn't find those boaters. Might have, but they are grasping on.
Needle in a haystack.
They're grasping hold of balloons.